Hey everybody, you might have already seen this engine bay in the workshop here. Well, it's still here. It's just getting its service done now. It's got another small issue. The horn's not working right. A bit of a funny noise going on. There's a red arc bracket down there. We'll have a bit of a look at that. And once again, if all these clips weren't in here, we'd be able to lift that cover straight off and have full access to look in there and see what's going on and see what someone's done. Because probably someone has done something if a Toyota horn's not working properly. I recommend you avoid using your horn because there's plenty of crazy people out there and might just help you stay out of trouble. So just avoid using it unless maybe using it in a nice way to wave at your friends, which would be illegal, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, when we service the 1GDs, as much as we try not to, but this is information for you to look after your vehicle, you go to your local Toyota dealership and hopefully then you can keep your 10-year warranty for your DPF. But I don't know. That's why I said just take it to the dealership is probably the best thing you can do for an engine and a vehicle like this. You don't have a lot of options for DIY because of the possibilities that might happen and the possible warranty coverage. When you get to a point that you know you're not going to be covered, then you can probably pick out a better oil that's a bit cheaper, right? But this is the one that on the computer at the Toyota dealer today was recommended for this 2017 1GD. All I'm going to add, it's a full synthetic oil, right? 030C2. On the later 1GD with a remap, the computer recommends a diesel synthetic 020C5, which is obviously a better oil, and I don't know why they wouldn't just supersede this oil to that oil, same engine, whatever, same conditions, you know what I mean? And of course, the 020 is a little bit cheaper, a couple of bucks cheaper. So there you go, interesting stuff. Retails for about $80 odd a bottle, 80, 90 might have been, I can't remember, something like that. So a couple $100 worth of oil. You're not going to use it all. I think you're going to use about 8 litres or something like that, maybe less. So you'll have a couple left and that'll add together. You'll get a free oil change about every, your 5th oil change will be free. Is that right? What do you use on these, 8 litres?
7.7.
7.7, you do more of these than me. So you are officially the 1GD expert here, because I can't remember everything and I knew it was getting close. Listen, I did all right to get near 8 litres, didn't I? Not too bad. So yeah, basically if you use 8, that means 8, 8, 8, yeah, 4 oil changes and you got at least 8 litres spare, right? So every 5th one is free if you buy this oil, if you're working out your costs. So you're looking around about, I don't know, it's still a couple $100 an oil change by the time you get your oil filter as well, right? And it's probably wise to buy that. So instead of going on LSI, you can do that. But for the 1KDs, we go on LSI. We get the oil filters heaps cheaper, genuine, delivered to your door with a 4x4-2024 discount. Watch the videos, you'll see what I mean. lsiauto.com.au, right? So we've got a discount code set up. We don't get anything out of it. We just think it's good, it's cheap, it's great service. So we spoke to them, we set up a discount code for you guys. So hit the like button. But if you're doing one of these engines, I'd recommend you probably get it from the local dealer on the same invoice as the oil. So if there was ever any issues, you can say, hey, look at this, and I'd be keeping stringent service records if you're not taking it to them for them to do that. They'll have it on their computer and in the book. Anyway, that's what we do because somebody asked to come here. Quite often, we're not going to be able to do that, especially, I mean, this isn't a really dirty, this is just dusty and it's probably never had a wash. But people know how vehicles need to be brought to us if they know us well. And although this one's not that bad, it's just a layer of dust, it's not desirable. Okay, so we like vehicles where people love them and they're cosmetically beautifully clean. So something to have a think about before you try and book your vehicle in at the Prado hospital. All right, now the cabin filter, right? Now this vehicle, I just want to give you the rundown. So the service history is sketchy, which is a problem if you do have problems where you're trying to get warranty. It's only done 105,000. The last service was done at 95,000, but that was the 80,000 kilometer service at 95,000. That means the 90,000 service hasn't been done. So even though we're doing the 100,000 service, get ready to get confused, people. Yeah, we're doing the 100,000 K service at 105 to try and get it back on schedule. But in the 100,000 K service, it says to replace the rear fuel filter. But I can work out that the rear fuel filter was changed at 95,000 as part of the 80,000 K service. Well, that's what the book says, but the apprentices might have found something different. They might have gone, hang on, but this is 95, let's not change it. And it could be behind the toolbox or gone to one of the backyarders, right? So we've got to look under the car and try and ascertain, did they do the 80 as per the book? Otherwise, we've got to do 80,000K service items because they did it at 95. We've got to do 90,000K service items, which is a cabin and an air filter every 30. So 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, right? So this is due at the 90 and it's due at the 120. We're not going to leave it to 120 because it's, you know, we're right in the middle here, right? So this is where it's just messy. On the next service sticker, we've written due at 112. So we can do the 110 at 112, get it back on schedule at 120, and that's when the next rear fuel filter will get done. Hope you're with me. We're trying to fix the problems that have been caused by either the owners not getting it right or the service people not getting it right. Cabin filter, we could do a clean and reuse it, but it's pretty dusty. I would say throw it in the bin, and it probably hasn't been done at 90. Let's get this air filter over here as well and have a look at that. Once again, lots of, just drop it, mate, that's fine. Lots of fine dust blocking up the end of that air filter. That looks quite old. In my book, I'd be replacing both of those, calling it the 90 at 105. Then when we get to 120, they're going to be nice and clean. So I'd not replace them then. I'd push it out to about 127,000K, something like that. You know, do you feel the way I'm thinking? Depends if you go off-road. If you don't go off-road, you could probably just skip it and go all the way to 150. But then if it's dusty, you might just leave it in there, get it. Once it's dusty, you might replace it. It might get replaced more often than the 30,000K service. Excuse me, I think I need a drink. But I'm trying to explain to you the way I think and to help you think when to replace these things so that you're not over or under doing it. And hope you understand why we need to sort of keep it on schedule. See that blue mark there? That's so you can tell how dirty it is. Obviously, this side is the dirty side, right? So you look at that and you go, yep, this air filter's copped a whole heap. So if you take it out to clean it halfway through its life, spin it around and you'll have a little clean mark there. It's good to spin it around as well because you'll also notice probably a lot more dust on this side, or it'll be worse on the other side. I'm not sure which one's worse on these. I don't take that much notice, but I have noticed before. Looks as bad as each other, don't they? But these are rubbish. Fine dust. It's restrictive. It's not going to be breathing properly. If it had a K&N, it would still breathe properly and it would filter just as much out as what this one does. But each to their own. I'm happy to leave this filter in there. Somebody said we can't make money out of these engines. I'm going to make money out of selling air filters on these engines because someone said you can't make money, just to prove a point. Sorry, did that wake you up? Have a look and see what's going on here. Give it another quick hit, please. Go again. Okay, cool. This is what's going on, right, people? They've installed the red arc on the red arc bracket, which maybe should have stuck with the Cairn bracket, right? And it wouldn't be a problem because the Cairn bracket goes up here. Anyway, if I remember correctly, and I do not remember stuff like this because how often are these trims off? Not really that often, and when they're off, we're doing other stuff, but those horns normally go side by side, don't they? Is that right? One goes there, one goes there normally? There must be a bolt hole behind there or something. Do you remember? Are you any better than me at this? We could go look at one outside, but I'm testing your memory. I'm admitting my memory of it.
I rarely take these off.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, right? But wouldn't you agree that, like Toyota, let's say Toyota, they're pretty smart, right? They wouldn't put, there's two horns there back to back, people, right? So there's one facing forward and one facing back. And if that's in the red arc instructions to do that, then they've caused the problem. And if whoever's installed this has just done that, then that's pretty sloppy as well. Now you give it a try, you toot the horn and you go, that doesn't sound right, because it's the two horns vibrating off the back of each other, making the horn funny, because they're both meant to be facing forward independent, because this is here in the way. Let's just do a little test. Can you go and pump it again? Well, I'm just gonna get behind it and separate them. So give it a quick hit now. Give it a quick hit now. Again. There you go, see? Anthony solves the problem once again, because it's not really that hard to figure these things out. That's why you people should work on your own cars, have a think about it. You can work it out. So what are we going to do here to fix the problem? Watch this. I'm going to rework it. I need two hands. Okay, mate, try it now. Again. Again. Beautiful. Happy days, mate. Now, how much do we charge to do that? We had to take all these trim and all these clips, and you know, that's about mate, we've got another customer here. Maybe we should ask you, what would you charge? You're good, not cheap, like us, aren't you? You don't know the job though, but let's see. This will be funny. Either it's going to be way too cheap or way too dear.
Now
You're on video. You're going to be on YouTube. Have a look at this. I know it's disgusting. First time customer, could be first and last. Depends if he watches the videos. Yeah. He's new, so we give people a bit of a chance. I didn't know what it's going to look like, so we've had to take this plastic trim off here. It's got 13 clips in it. They're a bit of a pain in the butt. There they are there. So it's a few minutes. The horn was tooting. If you watch the videos or not?
Yeah.
Most of them?
Yeah, a few of them.
Yeah. When you're away in the caravan on holidays, you got Starlink and you sit there watching videos, or not really? No Starlink. When you're in the caravan park, does the Wi-Fi work, or everyone else is doing it? Exactly, right. You got to use your own data, like if that works, right? Telstra will have coverage, but it won't work because everyone's on Telstra. Does that sound familiar as well? All right. So, what was I going to ask you? So the horn was making this funny, because what they've done, they put this red arc DC there on the red arc bracket. And these two horns, one's meant to be there and one's meant to be over here, but they put them, see how they're back to each other? So they were vibrating against each other. So I've just reworked them, done a video, showed everyone how to fix it. That's worth money, isn't it? So how much does this customer have to pay for me to take the trim off, work out what the problem is, rework those, put the trim back on with new clips? What do you reckon that job's worth?
How long will it take you?
It's probably going to be a 20-minute job.
At 150 an hour?
Mate, if you're paying with folding, maybe. No, we're good, not cheap. 150. That was dealerships charge more than that. We're better than them.
Say 150.
Yeah. Charging 150?
Yeah.
Way too much, man. So I'm not even doing on an hourly rate. I'm just going, you know what? It's going to be like 30, 40 bucks, something like that. Does that sound fair?
I think there has to be a
slab of Heineken?
Yeah,
that's if you get, but I'm involved as well. So what do I get?
Or
I'm here telling everybody about it, putting myself out of business.
A penalty. You're penalty for the colour conditioner that.
Yeah. Well, that's I'll charge an extra. That's an extra 150. There you go. So like here I am. You're doing some work. You're making money, right? And you're going to get a slab. I'm going to get nothing, and I have to put in my time to make a video to put myself out of business because everyone can fix it themselves. And they go, this guy's a bloody rip-off, but they don't know not cheap.
Yeah, that's right.
So let's have a look at this airbox.
If you want the best, you pay for the best.
That's it. Thank you. And how many years have you been coming in? Around about
7.
5, 7. Oh, gee, time goes quick, doesn't it? Beautiful.
Yeah, 7.
And how many things have we forgotten on your car? Left a few nuts and bolts loose?
It's yet to happen.
Nothing. Oh, that's good, isn't it? Because you travel north every year, don't you?
I did 10,000 Ks every year.
Yeah.
Up into Queensland in the winter.
Yeah, cool. Towing a caravan.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a 1KD, hasn't blown up yet?
No.
But these 1KDs are all rubbish. They all blow up apparently.
No.
Except the ones that come to me.
Yes.
Unless, of course, we don't know the history
if
before that.
If you want the best, you pay for the best.
That's it. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. All right, catch us in the next video. See ya.